total of 2,884 COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in Armenia, with 1,185 recoveries and 42 deaths, the health ministry tweeted on Thursday. A total of 28,017 tests have been completed, and there are 102 new cases and 50 recoveries. Regarding the latest two deaths, the 78 and 66-year-old male patients had pre-existing chronic diseases. Two more deaths were registered on Wednesday when the patients had tested positive for coronavirus, but the cause of death was another disease. The total of such deaths is 9. The Armenian parliamentary committee leading a probe into the circumstances behind the four-day Artsakh war in 2016 has invited ex-Prime Minister Karen Karapetyan to a session. Chair of the committee, Kocharyan, informed that the session will be held on Monday and that Karapetyan will answer the committee's questions. The European Court of Human Rights, the ECHR, has delivered a new judgment on the case of Magee versus Armenia. The case concerned the death of the applicant's 22-year-old son during his military service back in 2001. The ECHR has found a violation of Article 2, the right of life, of the European Convention of Human Rights, and awarded to the applicant just satisfaction of 24,000 euros for non-pecuniary damage and 2,000 euros for costs and expenses. The 22-year-old soldier had died from a gunshot wound in the head at the office of his battalion's commanding officer. From the outset, the official explanation for the incident was that another conscript had accidentally shot her son. Ms. Magee, in turn, suspected his commanding officer, who she alleged had been abusing her son and extorting money from him. The investigation is still ongoing today, with the criminal proceedings having been stayed for the second time in March 2019 on the grounds that it had not been possible to identify the person against whom charges should be brought. The media of Armenia have been disseminating reports that after Argishti Karamyan's appointment as Deputy Director of the National Security Service, the NSS, several dozen NSS officials have submitted letters of resignation. The NSS, however, has dismissed these reports. U.S. President Donald Trump has nominated Patrick Hovagimian to be General Counsel of the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the White House Press Service reported. Hovagimian is currently the Associate Deputy Attorney General and Chief of Staff to Deputy Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen at the Department of Justice. A tragic incident occurred in Beirut, Lebanon. The Al Nashra website reports that an unknown young man opened fire on a store employee in Sad al-Pashriya area, and she died on the spot from the gunshot wounds. Arvek reported that this woman was Armenian. Armenia has improved its democracy score from 2.93 to 3.00 in the Nations in Transit 2020 report of Freedom House. Based on the democracy score and its scale, Armenia remains a state with a semi-consolidated authoritarian regime. According to the report, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan will now face the difficult challenge of managing expectations, maintaining trust, and restructuring corrupt systems without contravening democratic norms. The authors also noted that local concern over runoff from the planned Amusar gold mine became a headache for the Prime Minister.